a model for you on this video in case you missed our live class on Monday, Tuesday. We kind of walked through this model together as a class with cups and beads. And I'm just going to do this so that you can see it. So we're modeling biomagnification in a food web. So basically what we can think about is, if you remember, there are more organisms the lower you go on a food web. So these are going to be 9 minnows. And minnows are those little tiny baby fish that you probably catch with a net when you're a kid. And then from here, we're going to have 3 sunfish. And sunfish are just larger fish you probably haven't seen before, but if you wanted to think locally, you could think of them as something like trout. And then at the very top, we have 1 osprey, which is a bird that would eat a larger fish, like a sunfish or a trout. And so if you think about it, all of these minnows are going to eat producers, so little algae and plankton. And some of the algae and plankton is going to have bad pesticides and chemicals in it, and some of it won't. So I'm going to represent that with, if it eats green dots, then that's healthy algae. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we're going to say that there were about 1/3 polluted algae. So I have 20 healthy, and then we're going to add in the chemical pollution that would also exist. So it looks something like this. So you can see red dots means they ate a plankton or algae with a chemical called DDT in it. And then a green dot means they just ate healthy algae. Now, the sunfish are all going to eat about 2 of these minnows every day. So I'm going to take all of this and move it to our sunfish, which means it has 4 regular dots and 2 red dots. And then I'm going to take all of these and move them to this sunfish, which means it has 3 regular dots and 3 pollution dots. And then I'm going to take these 2 minnows and move them to our last sunfish, and it looks like it's got 1 red dot and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green dots. So we're going to stop here for a second, and if we count the number of red dots per minnow, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 red dots for 9 minnows. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red dots per 3 sunfish. Now our osprey is going to eat 2 sunfish. So we'll just say she eats these 2 and they go there. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green dots going into our osprey. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red dots, which means now we have 5 DDTs per 1 osprey. So now you have some questions to answer about the lab. Knowing that, what happens to the amount of DDT per organism as you work your way up a food chain?